Hello, instructions for formulas and formatting. So the first thing we're going to do is, it's called Sheet 1, so let's give it a new name. So we'll call it Net Income. So right-click and choose Rename, and we'll call it Net Income, and enter. And we'll also give this worksheet a title. So to insert a new row, hover on row number 1, and on the Home tab in the Cells group, you'll see that Insert, it does point left, but it will insert above. So go ahead and choose Insert because it was a row that we selected. And I'm going to do it another time so that row 1 will be Net Income and then row 2 will be blank. So if you look at the formatting, there's decimal places that are 6 digits long. So we really only want it 2 digits, and we need the comma for the thousands place and a $sign. So with the open plus, I'm going to hold and select the 4 cells at the top, rows 4 and 5, and choose the accounting format. There, that's a little bit better, and it does round up. I'll do the same thing starting in B8. Hold, and I'll go all the way down to the question marks because we'll be putting formulas in there because we don't need that many decimal places, and choose the accounting number format. You can just click it right here, the $sign. There's other currency types, or you could go in here and choose accounting, but it's a lot easier. Just click the $sign, and it's 2 places and it rounds. All right, so if we were to look at any of the formulas in here, I can choose formulas and then choose show formulas. So if the yearly income is $50,000, what is it monthly? So it's to take the value in B4 and divide by 12 because there's 12 months in a year. And then the same thing for $60,000, the proposed income divided by 12. So of course, when you make more annually, your monthly is more. So then we have just rent payments. Of course, it increases with the proposed. You may have to move, relocated. And then you have car payments, insurance, utilities, cell phone, food, and savings. Now, savings there's a formula for that. So you notice that these don't have formulas, they're just the values, and this one has a formula. It's 20% of your monthly income. So that's $833. And again, 20% of C5, which is the monthly 5,000, is $1,000. So now what we need to do is find a total of all the expenses so that we rent through savings. So that's B8 through B14. So on the Home tab, you can click the Auto Sum feature. You don't need to click the down arrow because the very first one, see the sigma symbol, is sum. So just click that, and you can confirm equals sum B8 through B14, and I'll just press enter. So that's the total of all the expenses for the month. So now what we need to find out the net income. If this is what you make monthly, $4,166, and you pay your expenses for the month, $3,158, what do you have left over? So the formula is, so I'm sitting in B16, equals B5 minus B15. And you can see the blue matches B5 minus the red cell B15. So you can follow the range finder and then just press enter. So roughly you'll save a little over $1,000 each month. So now to do the same thing for the column C, which is the proposed income, all you have to do is actually select the 2 that you just created formulas for and go to your fill handle and drag it across, and it'll do it for C8 through plus sum through C14, and what you're saving is C5, which is the monthly income, minus C15, your monthly expenses. So if you look at it, this is your current income and what you make monthly and all your expenses and what you're saving. And then you look at your proposed, it's a $10,000 increase in pay, but you may have higher expenses now, and you're really only saving just a few dollars more than, so you have to write down your list of your pros and cons. All right, so this is good so far, but now we need to do a little formatting. So the first thing I'm going to do is, now that I know that I went as far as column C, I'm going to select with the open plus A through C, just row 1, and choose merge and center. So it's centered above all 3 columns. You can make the font larger. You can change the font color if you want, and you can change the background, the fill, if you'd like. Maybe put it in bold. Then I'm going to select the column headings income, current, and proposed, and I'll go to cell styles, and as you hover over, you can decide which one you'd like to select. And then I'm going to also center the column headings and put them in bold. And then I'll do the same thing for row 7, the expenses, current, and proposed titles. You can use the same, or you choose a different one if you'd like. And I'm going to follow the same, center, and put the titles in bold. For the net income, row 16, I'm going to select those 3 cells, and in cell styles, I'm going to choose total, which is a thin line above it and a double line below it. Most financial documents have that type of formatting style. So it looks a little bit more professional. So here we have our main title. It matches the name of this worksheet, and we have cell styles for the column headings on row 3 and row 7, and then the total cell styles for the net income row 16. So it's a little more professional looking, and that is a save and submit. Thank you.